And off we go from Denver. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Not today, you are. Not today. Hey, check right. Watch 55.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Fire down. Check the backer. Me. I got motion, man. Me.
They try the left side here with Williams. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw, Bridgewater. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 3 yards remain for second down. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
57's the mic. Too little, Cupcake. Mike's 57's Mike.
Bridgewater. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play, not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
And this will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's third and goal. Here's Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
31's the mic. That QB's trash. Let's go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
31's the mic. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 12, 12, 12.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 19th touchdown now on the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10.
Max 22, Max 22. 11 Thomas.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Mixon is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing, Bridgewater. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. On third down, Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Taken from just outside the 30. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
11. Everyone got four down. Check.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Watch his flat. 45.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. 11.
Here's Burrow. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Check 25.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Gun. Start. He ain't giving up nothing. Ready? It's hot. 22. Here we go.
On second down and 4. Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Max 22. Let's go heavy. Let me what you got. 11 mighty. Give me some.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
11 MT. 11 MT tight.
Now Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
11 Thomas. 10. 11.
Here's Mixon. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown! Henry Ruggs. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Bridgewater now. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Bridgewater to throw it. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
I'm coming after you. No. Off. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Delta. Alert for a lot.
Bridgewater again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Bridgewater. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Bridgewater on first down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Delta. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Hey, let's get this. Get this. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. All day. All day, every day.
From the 45 on second down, Bridgewater got an open man. It's Rattling. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
48's the Mike. Hey, here we go. Check. 48's the Mike. Check.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Find out. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Check.
Play fake. Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Judy. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 30. Delta. Here we go. D. All day. Defense. All day. All day.
To the air again with Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Play action now. Bridgewater. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
11 MT.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On one, ready? 45 to Mike. 11. 45, Mike, 45. Watch the run. They're running it. Watch out. Kill. 11 mighty.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
11 Thomas. 12.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
11. 3 down. 31's the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come again. 31's the mic. 12. I'm coming. 30.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 2nd and 10, Bridgewater. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. And we're going 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Watch the slant.
Desperation time. 4th down, Bridgewater. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
Sliding out of the pocket. He's got it. Touchdown, Broncos. Melvin Gordon hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. Bridgewater will try and throw. They'll roll him out right. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, Mixon hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Broncos, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean,
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
I got you. 11. Hey, Check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Mike's 22, Mike's 11, 11, 11. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Gun. Cut. Right, 80. All right, here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike's 22. Mike's 22.
From midfield now, Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
22's coming. Mike. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Mike's 22. Mike's 20. 11 MT. 11 MT. I got you. Hatchet.
Burrow will throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
11 mighty.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bengals are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. KJ Hamler His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's head.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. TJ Green with a pick. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Flush to his right. And that's checked down to Gordon. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And the kick here will be good, but that doesn't do anything besides maybe make the final score a tiny bit more palatable, as that's how this one comes to an end. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity, just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Bengals, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.